Hey everybody, thanks for joining me on this breezy and warm Chicago day. And what a day for a car like this. What we're looking at is a 1992 Jaguar XJS V12 Coupe.
Launched in 1975, the Jaguar XJS superseded the iconic Jaguar XKE model, more affectionately known as the E-Type. Filling those shoes was no small task, and its replacement had to be remarkable while retaining the essence of true English sporting fashion. The all-new XJS was both compact and elegant, embracing the more luxurious driving experience than its predecessors. Through its production run, the XJS was a great success for the Jaguar marque, even enjoying a successful motorsports career in the Trans Am and European touring car series. The XJS you see here today is a 1992 model, with 12 mighty cylinders of power under the bonnet. It must be stressed that this particular XJS is of excellent pedigree, having been only owned by one South Florida owner since new. Purchased in 1992 at the collection in Miami, it's covered only 36,000 miles under the tropical sunshine, meaning the architecture of this all-original Jaguar has been extremely well preserved, making it one of the nicest XJS coupes available today. The original list was a lofty $61,000, translating to over $110,000 in today's 2018 currency. The exterior is in great condition, with only a few minor imperfections. What's notable is that the exterior is all original, with all original paint, and all of the body panels have their original VIN tags cleanly displayed on each panel. The paint looks fresh, and the exterior trim shows very little signs of age, something only a car from the right environment could retain. In addition, new tires have been installed on the factory 15-inch wheels. Stepping inside, you're greeted with fine English leather and true wood veneers. The front seats are both heated and power adjustable, with driver's memory settings. The rear seats look as if they've never been occupied, and much like the exterior, there's extremely little wear throughout. The interior still retains the distinctive scent of the premium hides used in Jaguar vehicles of this era. Recognizing the exceptional cosmetic appearance, this car was sent to the automotive experts at St. Charles Motor Cars to ensure it's in optimal mechanical condition. This Jaguar just completed over $4,500 in mechanical reconditioning, including a new water pump, new alternator, new drive belts, new thermostat, new radiator and cooling hoses, and a new ignition distributor and wires, among other items. As you'll see, this car runs and drives like the day it first left the dealership in Miami. Are there lesser priced Jaguar XJSs on the market? You bet. But if you know the Jaguar breed, you know the importance of history and pedigree when selecting the right vehicle. With the rear V12 under the hood, this is a great car for the seasoned Jaguar aficionado, or a great car to begin your Jaguar collection. You could drive it daily or keep it locked up for a sunny day. Whatever the case, this is a spectacular example of an all-original Jaguar XJS V12 Coupe. Let's take it for a spin.
Well, out for a spring day cruise. I mean, spring finally hit Chicago, and how cool to spend some time in this 12-cylinder Jaguar XJS Coupe. I'm on a really bumpy road here. Actually, let me put my window up. I mean, the alignment's dead straight. I'm on a two-lane road too, a narrow two-lane at that. But this is one of the bumpiest roads. Listen to this thing. It's so solid, so solid. I mean, track's perfectly straight. The interior feels fantastic. The visibility's awesome. Brakes feel tight. Everything on the car just feels exactly as it should. I can't imagine when you went on a test drive in 1992 this car felt any different, especially even if you drove on these crappy roads. There's that feel of a 12-cylinder that's incomparable to anything else. If you haven't driven a 12-cylinder, you'd see what I mean when you try one out for the first time, because it's that nice. It's the level of smoothness that you feel. It's just you got 12 cylinders working. It doesn't have to work that hard to make a lot of power, which is why they feel very torquey. You lean into it a little bit. I mean, I'm turning under 2,000 RPM even just leaning into it, and it just purrs like a kitten, which is why it's a Jaguar. But with a car like this, I'm a big fan of the term you get what you pay for. Think of these virtues. It's a one owner, spent its entire life in Florida, was purchased at the collection in Miami. If you look at the Carfax, I'll show you right here. Carfax report just shows, nothing but Miami registry. It just was serviced, $4,000 in service. Just to make sure it's right. And it's not necessarily that it needed it, it's just that with this kind of low mileage, you want to make sure the car's totally up to date and rocking and rolling. But here, I'm gonna make a nice left turn here. I'll give it a little juice here. It doesn't even really make too much of a fuss, and I'm already breaking the speed limit. So cool. just a neat feeling. But that's the kind of quality. I mean, you're going to find cars that, you know, they'll be a little bit less loved. They might even have low mileage, but, you know, a Florida car has not been subjected to the winter climate. And for the price of this thing, you got to figure you're getting a collector's grade version of the XJS, and it's not a 6-cylinder. You know, a lot of this body style was 6-cylinder, so the 12-cylinder is pretty rare. But it's a healthy 12. Listen to that sound. It's so unique. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how fast I'm going. Because I'm on a race course. But it's nice and cool. Got about a half a tank of premium in here. Battery voltage is great. Oil pressure is exactly where it should be, right at 4 bars. It's a heavy car too. That's one thing I want to stress. It actually is really well weighted. So even though it's a small car, and it really is, you know, if you look at me standing next to it, it's not that tall of a car, and you see it in person, it's not very large. But it's definitely heavyweight. So it kind of floats, but it's got new tires on it. And it's a really comfy ride. But it's small. It's, you know, it's an intimate driving experience. But you got power seats on both sides. Both are heated. Power windows, obviously power locks. Does have keyless entry, but the brakes feel solid. I mean, it's the right car. Look at the headliner. The quality of the interior is fantastic. This is, you know, these cars, I mean, Jaguar didn't skimp on this stuff. This is all English. You know, they really pride themselves on the English craftsmanship. So you look at this leather. You know, the leather's in excellent condition, but it's definitely a great quality of leather. All this is actual real wood with the little inlays in the wood. And the wood's in fantastic condition, I might add as well. That's another thing. Cars that have not been very well cared for, you're going to see this stuff will be warped, but the dashboard's in excellent condition. All the gauges work. The electronics are solid. This is just fun for me. I mean, I remember growing up, I've always been a Jaguar fan. When I was a little kid, I was just a huge Jaguar fan, and it was one of the only cars you ever really saw on the road that had a V12 badge on it and meant it. You know, you didn't see Ferraris and Lamborghinis very often on the road, but when you saw Jaguar V12, you knew it was something special. And I've never really driven an XJS with the V12, so this is pretty special for the young version of me and for the grown-up, because driving stuff like this is something you don't get a chance to do very often. It's one of those things, like I want to find a destination this weekend and go somewhere in this thing, because that's how cool of a car it is. It's one of those cars you want to have a reason to drive it. But it's smooth, it tracks straight, accelerates great. This is the kind of car, for the guy who collects Jaguars and still doesn't have an XJS V12, this would be the right car to add to your collection. 36,000 miles on it. Let's see how this puppy does off the line here. Whoa. Nose to the sky. That's so cool. Actually hugging a pretty good sweeper here. Well, thanks for coming for a ride with me today in this glorious XJS V12. It's been an absolute blast to drive this thing and just get a feel for it, because it's something else. You don't see these anymore, and you definitely don't see them in this kind of condition anymore, mechanically and cosmetically. But for more information, check it out on the website. You're going to find it at MidwestAutoCollection.com, where you'll see a bunch more pictures and a bunch more information in the description. And, you know, as a well-known automotive journalist would say,
this one is a real Jaguar Coupe.